Striking United Auto workers are now taking aim at Ford's #1 plant. Jeff Flock shows us what's happening at the plant in Kentucky.
The United Auto workers are doubling down. Almost 9,000 more members joining the picket lines on Wednesday evening. The workers walking off the job from Ford's most profitable plant in Louisville, Kentucky.
This will bring at Ford the amount of production that they've had affected up to close to 34% of their total production.
A major sticking point in Ford's latest negotiations, potentially bringing EV battery plants into the union's national contract. The UAW rejecting the company's most recent offer, union saying the bargaining hasn't gone far enough. UAW President Shawn Fain's actions could be applying pressure on both Stellantis and GM, who are hoping to avoid a similar fate. Fain expected to make another announcement on Friday.
I think what he's trying to do is put the other two companies in a position where they can make a counteroffer between now and Friday to try and avert that.
The strike at Detroit's big three automakers has stretched on for now nearly 4 weeks. Still, they continue to bargain for higher wages, bringing back pensions and cost of living adjustments, as well as eliminating a two-tiered wage system.
The thing about this plan is it will make a big move with the company, and they'll see that we do our best to provide for them, so they should provide for us.
The UAW hitting Ford where it hurts. The Kentucky truck plant makes those Super Duty trucks that you see back there behind me. They are big dollar sellers. At John Kennedy Ford in Jenkintown, Pennsylvania, I'm Jeff Flock with the Fox Business Network.
Presidential candidates making it official this week for the traditionally first-in-the-nation primary. Kaylee Schuyler reports the Republican hopefuls heading to New Hampshire State House to file their paperwork to appear on the ballot.
Just a few hours ago, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis made his way up to the second floor to the Secretary of State's office to officially get on the 2024 ballot. The room was packed with reporters around the historic desk just to see DeSantis, and the hallways were lined with supporters who were chanting. Now, when DeSantis entered the room, he handed the Secretary of State a $1,000 check as a requirement. And it's also tradition here for the candidates to sign a notice to voters, and that notice is placed at all of the voting locations. DeSantis wrote, quote, "Live free or die."
New Hampshire is the first in the nation. We're little over 100 days away. We're going to be spending an awful lot of time here and, of course, in Iowa over the next 105 days. And I think it's going to be important on determining the direction of this country.
North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum also filed earlier in the day, and this all comes after former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson filed yesterday. This is the first time in more than 40 years that candidates are filing paperwork with a new Secretary of State, David Scanlon. One New Hampshire professor tells me it looks like the New Hampshire primary debate could take place on January 23rd, but that's not set in stone.
The Secretary of State in New Hampshire has the authority to set the date of the primary 1 week before any similar contest. And it's up to him to determine what a similar contest is. So even though the Iowa Republicans say they're going to have a caucus maybe a week before New Hampshire, that could be okay. We've had a history of letting the caucuses go.
A recent poll for the New Hampshire GOP primary shows former President Donald Trump with a commanding lead at 49%. Former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley is at 19%, and DeSantis in third with 10%. Mike Pence and Nikki Haley are scheduled to file tomorrow, and candidates have until October 27th to sign up. In Concord, New Hampshire, Kaylee Schuyler, Fox News.
We'll be back with much more after this.